Good morning children. Welcome to Narayana live classes. Today's assignment for class 9 topic is laws of motion. In that first question, what is the principle behind the balloon rocket? Explain. First question, the principle behind the balloon rocket is Newton's third law of motion. That is action on the air and reaction in the balloon. What happens once you see? First you inflate the balloon. All that air inside the balloon exerts forces in all the directions, and all that forces are in equilibrium forces. Whenever if you release the tag, what happens? The air will comes out, remaining all the forces. These are balanced by this force. This is balanced by this force. This is balanced by this force, and this is the unbalanced force is acting on the walls of the balloon. Due to that, whenever the air comes out, then the balloon will move the dash opposite to the motion of the air comes out from the balloon. This is the arrangement of the balloon. You take a thread, tie it at two ends at the fixed positions, then passing through a pen cap, a plastic pen cap, which is sticked with the sellotape balloon. Then inflated balloon. Once you hold the balloon, inflated balloon, just release the balloon. Then along with this arrangement, the balloon will go along this direction. Air comes out this direction, and balloon will move along that direction, opposite to it. So the principle behind is Newton's third law of motion. Next question: write the aim of the experiment to show Newton's third law of motion in a laboratory. In a laboratory, aim of the experiment is to show the Newton's third law of motion. That is action on one object, reaction on the other object. That is the activity. This is the activity. A test tube will move. Once you heat the test tube, what happens? The test tube will move this side. The cap, due to the steam, acts on the force. Steam acts air pressure. Due to that air pressure, the rubber cork will move that direction. Reactional force will act on the test tube this direction. So like this, the material required, the aim of the experiment is to show the Newton's third law of motion in laboratory. Action and reaction are not acting on the same object. Next question: what are the materials required to show Newton's third law of motion in laboratory? Materials required. Materials required, that is a test tube, water. Next one is laboratory stand, next one is to heat the water, that is we need Bunsen burner. Next one is rubber cork. To tie the test tube we need thread or string. So these are the materials required to perform the Newton's third law activity in laboratory. Okay. Next one, draw the diagram to show Newton's third law of motion in laboratory. So fourth question, this is the diagram. First you tie the test tube with thread or string. Pour some water 5 to 10 ml of water inside the test tube. Close the cork. Close the test tube with a cork and tie at the stand, retort stand. Now the total arrangement is on the table. Below it you place the Bunsen burner. Whenever the heat energy transferred to the water, water gets converted into steam. Okay, so that steam pressure increases inside the test tube and the cork, rubber cork will fly off from the test tube. So this is the diagram for the Newton's third law of motion in laboratory, to perform in laboratory. Next question: why is it difficult for a firefighter to hold a hose that ejects a large amount of water at high speeds? Have you seen firefighters how they are extinguish the fires? They can take a long pipe, flexible and made up of with cotton cloth and fiber. That is very heavy pipe. Through that, 2 to 4 firemen will hold that pipe, and the water ejects from it. The water ejects from it with high speed. The water ejects from it with high speed. What happens? If this is the pipe, this is the nozzle. Through that, huge amount of water is rushed to move from this pipe. To hold this, water is moving out from the pipe. What happens? Huge amount of water, lot of momentum, linear momentum. That is the change in linear momentum of the water takes place. Then the action on the water, then the reaction on the pipe. Reaction on the pipe. Because of this reason, huge amount of force will act on it. The net momentum acting on the pipe and on the firemen. That's why they have to firmly hold that pipe. 2 to 4 firemen can hold that pipe so that they can withstand that force acting backward direction due to the ejection of water from through it. Okay, so that's why it is very difficult to hold the fireman's pipe of that hose because of ejection of water with the high speed. Reactional force, to withstand with that reactional force, we need to hold that pipe very rigidly. Okay, this is today's assignment. Hope you understood all. Thank you.